Hey, welcome back to the Coffee with Creators podcast. My name is Rob Balasabas. I'm really excited for today's episode. This is a big one. This is episode 99. Like the great one. Like if you're a hockey fan, you'd know what that means. Like Wayne Gretzky. Episode 99 for the hockey fans out there, for the Canadians, or the people that I don't know, was like around during the 90s. Yes, episode 99 of the Coffee with Creators podcast. My name is Rob Balasabas, by the way. If you are just meeting me or we're just meeting, you're coming across this podcast for the first time, just in this episode for the first time, then welcome. You can have discover the podcast at a better time, as this is episode 99. We are one episode from the big 100, which is really exciting. And then we've got some cool changes that are happening, but enjoy this episode. We've got a really good conversation that I had with my friend James Hicks, who is a content creator, and we really got nerdy on multiple revenue streams. That's really what we talked about, because James is a great example of a creator that has really taken the time and effort to build multiple revenue streams and not rely on just one revenue stream. If you guys have been here for a while, you know that I always encourage building multiple streams of revenue as a content creator. And James is doing it, everything from affiliates to merchandise to, digital products to coaching, everything, brand deals. So I hope you enjoy this episode. I want to say thank you to our friends at StreamYard who continue to support this podcast, my YouTube channel. StreamYard is my go-to platform when it comes to all things live streaming. This is all based on the browser, and so you don't need to download anything fancy. You can just go live from your browser on your desktop, your laptop, on your phones as well. And so you can live stream from anywhere. There's no excuse to not live stream and look cool doing it. StreamYard makes it super easy. So make sure you go and start a free trial of StreamYard. There is a link in the description or in the show notes. All right. And let the folks at StreamYard know that Rob sent you. I love these guys. I've been using them for years now. And then also shout out to Uscreen. We are all about multiple revenue streams. You as a creator need to build out your community and your memberships. All right. Sustainable recurring revenue through memberships, and Uscreen is the place to do that. So head over to uscreen.tv, get a free trial, go check it out, learn more about building these revenue streams, especially memberships, and what that could mean for you as a content creator. It can change your business literally if you start building your membership. All right. And so make sure you go to uscreen.tv, check it all out. There's a blog, there's a YouTube channel, learn all about it. There's a community as well. And so go and do that. You can build your on-demand content library there. You can live stream inside there with your members. You can accept payments. You can also build your community on Uscreen. And it looks amazing. And also launch your own mobile and TV apps, all white labeled. So what are you waiting for? Head over to uscreen.tv. And again, welcome to episode 99 of the podcast. My friend James Hicks and I had a really awesome conversation. So I hope you enjoyed this one, and I will see you in just 2 seconds. Let's go. Mr. James Hicks, thank you so much for joining me today. Really glad to have you here on the podcast. Yeah. How you doing, sir?
Listen, Mr. Rob Balasabas, I'm a show up, sir. I appreciate you for the opportunity to come talk to you.
Oh man, this is great. I know that I was on your podcast or live stream a couple weeks ago, and so thanks for returning the favor. Really excited to kind of pick your brain because if you guys are new here, we talk a lot about like creator revenue and stuff and monetization. And man, you got a lot going on. You got a lot of different channels where you earn, money here. So we're really going to dive into that. So James, in your own words, for like a 30-second pitch, if I saw you at a conference, at an elevator, what do you do? What would you say? What's the pitch?
Man, listen, I call myself an engineering technologist, right? I am focused on passion, focused on on creating opportunity, focus on building business and building brands and helping other folks do that as well. I've been in the IT field for about 35 years now, and really 10 years ago started Hicks New Media. And I was primarily around the text, around blogging, around WordPress, around building web pages and things of that nature. But I always say if there was any blessing of COVID, it was that I paused and really started saying, what else do I want to do? How do I scale the business? How do I scale kind of the impact? And adding video, adding audio, adding the live stream, that aspect right there. That time when the world stopped allowed me to get things in place, right? Start building more on that foundation of being able to grow and have more reach and more impact with the community.
I love it. I love it. I love that. Yeah. So really, COVID is when you started. I didn't even realize. Is that really when you started
COVID was
going
when I
hard with?
really, when I, yeah, listen, when I put the seatbelt on, man, and started doing YouTube and started really knocking it out, that was
Yeah.
really, again, the time that I paused and wasn't necessarily on autopilot, right? I was really saying,
Right.
what do I want to really do to, in this time that I've got a moment to think,
Yeah.
what do I
Yeah.
really want to do to help scale, help grow, and things of that nature? So yeah, that was really the time that I started.
That's true, man. That's not the first time I've heard it. COVID being somewhat of a blessing where people got a time to this forced time to like stop, kind of recollect themselves and kind of think around
Yeah.
like what am I really doing here? I've been working like hardcore, on my job or my business. Now this kind of forced me to kind of like pause and look around like, okay, take a breath.
Yeah.
What do I
And
really want to
how do
do?
we, like I was saying,
Yeah.
how do we rise above the noise, right?
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of stuff that's already out there, but how do we have an impact? How do we actually resonate with someone and help build community, help build engagement, do all the things that we say we want to do, but how do we actually do that in a conscious effort? And that really was the time that I said, this is what I want to, this is what I need to add to the portfolio to get to that point.
I love that. I love that. I'm going to show up here. If you guys are listening to the audio version of this podcast, you won't see this, but I just want to share Mr. James Hicks's
Oh my
LinkedIn.
goodness, look at this
So
guy.
make sure
Oh
you
my,
connect with
don't
this
put that
this man
guy.
here on LinkedIn. Here, he's awesome, awesome here. And then I'm just going to be, if you guys are watching the video version of this, you're going to see some of the things that James has been working on and some of the business streams that he has. So, yeah, James, why don't we dive in, man? I'm going to show you your website here.
Cool.
Tell us, I guess first, like lay high level. I'm a new YouTuber, a new content creator. It's like, hey James, like I heard that you have multiple revenue streams. What does that mean? What are those different revenue streams that you have going on?
Yeah, so as a digital content creator, as a solopreneur, entrepreneur, whatever adjective that you want to use, you can't rest on the laurels of just one thing. We can't wait on the 21st when those Google AdSense checks come in,
That's
and
right.
they come in on the 21st of the month. It just so you know
That's right.
they do
That's
from.
right.
So the thing is really, how do I have the passive income? How do I have income that actually is coming into the business when I'm not sitting in front of a camera and the lights and the microphone and all of that? How do I bring value to, again, I keep saying it, bring value to the community in the most positive and most effective way? First thing really what to do, bought my online house, hicksnewmedia.com, right? Bought that, have had that for a number of years, and that really serves as kind of the landing page. First thing people go to see, be honest with you, when they log on, is whatever was the last live stream that I did.
Love
So
it.
that modal that you're looking at right now will actually show, if I'm live at that particular time, it'll actually show that live stream in real
Nice.
time on the site.
Nice.
Then I've got right below that uh, value, right, that I'm bringing in terms of telling stories and bringing content. So a real short summary of what's actually over on the YouTube side as well. So I really kind of consolidated the last 16 sessions, and they're shown right there. So people don't have to bounce around. If I just tell you to go to hicksnewmedia.com, you've got access to my latest live streams. You've got access right now to all of the video content, the audio content. You scroll down and like, who is this guy in the first place? And then I've got some testimonials there, right? So again, trying to consolidate everything into one
Yeah.
location.
Yeah.
So it's the who, the what, the why, and the how kind of thing, and right from that particular location.
It's all right here. It's all right here. And
Yeah.
yeah, no, this is great. Nothing else. You just got to tune in for these two gentlemen right here. My gosh, Come on.
That's the one right there.
That's the one. We're like, oh, all right, I'll just whatever these guys are
Listen,
doing, I'm
conscious
doing.
conversations with Keith Pelzer. We get into it, so definitely
Keith
tune into
Pelzer,
that. Yes, sir.
that man, he I don't know how old Keith is. He's a little older than me, but he looks like he's like 23. Like that. He's in good
Yeah, he's
shape.
younger than me. I'm not going to tell you how old I am, but you see the folks that are watching and see the salt in the beard here. But yeah,
Exactly.
but we keep it going,
Yeah,
right?
me too,
We
man.
are
Me
not
too.
ready to retire just yet.
No, no,
No one around
no,
here is ready to
no.
retire.
Not for a long time. Not for a long time. Well,
Yeah,
so okay, so you built this. You bought your house, right? Your house online, which is your website,
yeah.
hicksnewmedia.com. Were you creating content already? Just take me a little bit back here. Were you already
Most
creating
of the
content?
content was actually, yeah. So I still I had a number of blogs, number of WordPress
Blogs.
blogs, and then I
Okay.
finally consolidated all of those into one. So Infotainment News, infotainmentnews.net is where there's an aggregation of content around everything in society. So sports, media, television, things of that nature. And I have a handful of writers that actually contribute to that site as well.
Oh wow.
And so they will actually come in as contributing authors. They'll post something. I'll approve it through some tools and some plugins that I've got through WordPress, and then once I approve it, I send out an invoice. Right. So there's monetary movement from that perspective as well. If you want to utilize my platform, which has some great SEO with Google Infotainment News, then it's going to cost you X number of dollars to post that content. And I'm really selective in terms of the content that goes out there. Right. So there's no casino links, no gambling links, no things that don't resonate with the branding of Hicks New Media or
Right.
James Hicks.
Right.
So keeping it in tune with that. So that one site is still up, but everything else funnels through hicksnewmedia.com and really all the video and the audio componentry.
It's all there. It's all there. No, that's really good.
Yeah.
Okay, so then you had that, and then what were like the first couple of revenue streams that you actually launched? Because I know you've got multiple now, but what were the first couple that, aside from probably AdSense or anything like that, what was the first
Yeah.
ones? Yeah,
Really, affiliate links, affiliate
affiliate
relationships.
links.
Listen, folks,
Yeah. Okay.
don't sleep on affiliate links, and they just make sense, right? If you're already using hardware platform, if you're already using a piece of software, if you're already using a service, you can be a great advocate for that as well in terms of the folks that you're telling about what pieces of technology or gear that you're using. If you're using it, find out and see if they have an affiliate relationship, an affiliate team as well. Join that. It costs nothing for folks to buy through your affiliate link because it's the same thing. It's just you get a kickback for the reference and for the referral. So I've got a list of all of the affiliate links, and I continue to maintain that. Right, that's a living document. So continue to maintain that and push out if someone says, "Hey, what platform do you use for X, Y, and Z?" I've gotten a link. I shoot it to them. I disclose that I'm sending out an affiliate link as well because that's key as well. You want to be upfront and cognizant of those kinds of things when you're sharing information with people.
Yeah, no, perfect. I'm just going to show that. If you guys are watching this on the video version of this podcast, sharing, obviously, what you see here is Mr. James Hicks's one of his videos, one of his live streams, replayed here from his YouTube channel. And yeah, these are affiliate links. If you kind of scroll down, you'll see our
Yeah.
friends here listed. I saw it here. Yeah, software. So you got software here, Epidemic Sound, and also like Ecamm, Restream. Yeah, these are all affiliate links, and also Amazon. I'm assuming these are all affiliate links as well, Mr. Hicks.
Yeah, I work with both Genius Link and just the standard Amazon link as well. And I use Genius Link because listen, not everyone shops at Amazon.
Right.
Imagine that. The majority of the planet does, but there's also B&H, there's Best Buy, there's Walmart, there's all these other locations as well. And Genius Link actually will integrate and pull in those various links from those retailers and allow the consumer to choose where they're most comfortable of purchasing from.
Exactly. See, these are things that you should be setting up as creators. Like we talk about this a lot here on this channel, guys. Make sure you take your time to set these up. Don't just go ahead and start creating content and just going wild with creating content, building an audience without these things to catch that attention. Because right, James? Like you're promoting these platforms, you're talking about them, you're talking about
Always,
them for free.
always.
So you might as well make sure that you're capitalizing as well and making sure you're reaping the benefits of that as well, because you're promoting these platforms and these products to your audience. So you are influencing their buying decision here. So here's your kit.co. You got kit.co. So this is what you're talking about, James, where yeah, basically they'll aggregate Best Buy links and all of those
Yeah.
different platforms, even if they're not on Amazon. Yeah,
Yeah,
perfect.
it's a price versus cost conversation too, right? So could have just gone with the Amazon affiliate links, but using Kit and using Genius Link, I believe it's $5 a month. But you give that flexibility and you give that option to the consumer to say, again, if I don't always buy from Amazon, I've got a Best Buy around the corner. I can order it through Best Buy using your link and have it ready for me to pick up in 2 hours. So again, offering that flexibility and that capability to your community really resonates. And you can't buy every service and you can't use every tool out there, but the ones that make sense for you and what you're looking to do, those make sense. So the $5 that I spend extra a month on Genius Link
Yep.
just helps out tremendously.
Yeah, exactly. You're making your money back and more for sure through that. Okay, so affiliates, great. What are the other ones that you have set up here, Mr. Hicks? What are the other
Yeah,
revenue
so
streams?
we talked a little bit about AdSense. That's kind of
AdSense.
a somewhat of a given, but Google is always one. You want to turn those on if
Yep.
you're especially having like a WordPress blog or something of that nature. So that one, affiliate relationships are key and are huge. That you need to do that. Multiple forms of revenue. I got a lot of good stuff going on with merch, dude. I'm not
Merch,
even gonna
merch.
lie. Listen, I I can't be humble on it right here. Listen, I have found the platform to use, and the merch game is tight right now. So shouts out to Fourth Wall for what we're building out here with this merch game. Higher quality stuff,
Look at this.
hats, shirts, hoodies, mugs, whatever you want.
Yeah.
Right. Wait till the holiday season, dude. I'm gonna have some hot stuff this holiday season. But again, shouts out to Fourth Wall for providing the platform that allows the creator to design, market, promote, maybe even discount, maybe
Yeah.
even give away. Right. You can do all the things with
Yeah.
that particular platform that I'm using. Like yeah, merch sales are huge, especially for the creator perspective. And again, try to rise above the noise, folks, and try to look to do not just the $5 t-shirts. No one's
Right.
doing $5 t-shirts, but I'm so it's not just the cheap stuff, but use quality materials, right? Actually, you may be more expensive than the next person if you use quality materials, but you'll use quality materials, and once folks get it, they'll start sending you pictures on their social media saying, "Oh, check." Literally 20 minutes before we went online, someone who bought one of my hoodies sent me a photo of them wearing it. And
Nice.
that's
Nice.
just the coolest thing. Literally
That
20
is the
minutes
coolest thing.
before we went on. Yeah.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I mean, you got some really good stuff here. I'm gonna share my screen again, guys. So this is Mr. James Hicks's merch store. So you've got. I mean, these are so easy now to make, right? Like, what did you need to make here? Did you just need to make the logo essentially? Correct. That's the biggest part.
Yeah.
Is that I'm
This is
assuming?
high quality design, right?
Yeah.
Make it original. Make sure it's not already trademarked or copywritten or used by someone else, right? So
Right.
you use that. Uh, and then design the
Oh, that's
fabrics or
nice.
design the actual materials and the colors and things of that nature. So that right there was the hoodie that the person sent me, the
Oh,
creator in
nice,
white.
nice. This is so
Yeah.
good. Yeah. It's really and it's good quality, right?
High
And
quality stuff.
high
So check
quality.
out what I'm doing with Fourth Wall on the page that you were just at. You see some things are member only. So I have the
Mm.
flexibility with this platform to also have tiering. So yeah, you're a
Oh,
subscriber. Yeah,
okay.
you're to the YouTube channel or you're a subscriber to the newsletter, all that. But if you chip in and you become a member of the community, a paying member of the community, then you get access to a
Oh,
different
okay.
level of gear, and that's all integrated into this Fourth Wall platform.
That's
I'm telling you,
cool.
I'm not affiliated with them directly, but they are the truth, and I'm talking good about them. So
That's right. That's right.
that
That's
that's
right.
yeah,
So it's they're members of your fourth wall, or they're members somewhere else that you then mark as, hey, Rob is a member, so he can.
I can do it either way.
I okay,
So,
okay, okay.
yeah, so we're talking fourth wall, but if you're a channel member on the
Yeah, like
YouTube
I'm a
side, then
YouTube channel. Some.
I provide you with a separate discount
Oh,
code for this.
that's cool,
Initially, I
man.
was using a platform called Buy Me a Coffee,
Right,
and I had a
right.
handful of folks that were actually not just contributors, that were also subscribers on Buy Me a Coffee. So I give them also the same uh, discount code.
Amazing,
So as
amazing.
I start consolidating everything into this fourth wall platform, and then if those other ones start falling off, everything will be centralized here in this particular location. But again, I can be really flexible, bob and weave, and just if I've got a couple of folks over here, a couple of folks over there, I can still integrate them into this primary platform that I'm
I
using.
like that. I
I tell
like
you
that.
what,
Yeah.
right now we're gonna do this on the fly. I'm gonna fire up a discount code for
Yes, yes, yes. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Balasabas. Okay, I can't do two things at once, so because I'm an old guy. But
We'll do it after. We'll do it
before we
after.
log off, yeah.
Yeah, we'll do it after. I'm gonna make a. I'm gonna. You
But
give me the discount code, and I'll put it in the
yeah,
show notes and description. You guys go check out Mr. Hicks's merch store, and then go and support, man. I mean, this is just good stuff anyway. I was looking at that creator hoodie. That looks like real nice. Like
that's
I'd
you,
wear
man.
that
You
around.
got to get that.
That's a conversation starter. You know, you're at the airport. You're like, hey, creator, what's that mean, man? What do you do? What do you do? There you go.
That's it, brother.
That's
That's
it.
it.
That's
But
it.
see,
Yeah.
you notice I was just saying though again, but I've got that flexibility to instantly on the spot right
Yeah.
now. I can fire off a promo code, and that's available to everyone. Send people the link, and then it's fulfilled. It's that's the control that I needed in terms of something like this. That's an extension of me from the business, but that's
Right.
also the flexibility that folks in business and creators and entrepreneurs need if they're trying to scale and not just be seen only when they're online, but have this capability of being able to have passive income
Totally.
streams when they're not online.
Totally, totally. People are just wearing it, and man, I can only imagine how cool that is if you saw somebody scrolling through Instagram and you see your gear, somebody's wearing it. That's
It's
super cool,
dope, man.
man.
I'm not gonna lie, it's pretty dope. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. That's pretty awesome. All right, cool. So we've got merch, we've got affiliates going on. Of course, you've got platform revenue like AdSense and stuff like that, which just cool. It's a cool bonus. I mean, honestly, I don't know for you, James, but like, yeah, AdSense is like probably the smallest percentage of my revenue at the
Much
moment.
more. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. There's, because you need a lot of views, and there's a whole thing. We can like probably spend a number of hours talking about AdSense because it's kind of like the stock market. If people are not, buying ads, if brands are not
Worse.
paying for ads,
Worse.
yeah, it's worse.
Yeah.
Then there's no money to share, and so your view is not as high. Like the revenue per view is not as high. So, anyways, yeah. So for me, it's
Yeah.
it's definitely not. So you sell a couple of hoodies, you probably can make a lot more. Even
Done.
if you had like thousands of views, depending on where you are in the
Exactly.
world too. That's another
Exactly.
thing. Yeah, yeah.
And,
So
and and the idea is again, as a creator, as a business person, is to have multiple streams of revenue coming
that's
in,
right.
so
That's
you're
right.
not reliant on those handful of nickels coming in on the 21st,
That's
right?
right. That's right.
Another huge thing. I should probably start saying that. No, another good thing really is brand relationships
Brand
and
relationships.
affiliations with brands directly. It's
Mm-hmm.
either received in gear, received in
Mm-hmm.
equipment, whatever the case may be, or received in access,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's
Mm-hmm.
in terms of access to particular platforms or something of that nature. So if you're probably not shelling out X number of dollars for a subscription or for a membership, you probably get a discount or you get it
Right.
compensated, that kind of thing. That's huge, right?
Yeah.
Again, if you can get those kinds of relationships, hardware companies, they'll send me some microphones or something every now and then. I'll identify that this is a paid promotion, paid sponsorship. But again, getting gear in that actually I can advocate for to the community, those are huge as well. Because if I can save $400 off the next SM7B because maybe Shure sends me a new one,
Yeah.
that's money that I didn't
That's
have to
it.
expense that I
That's
can
right.
now actually turn more into the business and things of that nature. So that's really big as well. And
That's
people kind
big.
of tend to overlook brand partnerships and brand relationships.
Yeah, brand deals and brand relationships is key. How would you advise somebody to get started with that? Like they don't know anybody. Like they use a bunch of stuff, but they don't know anybody. Like how would you start over again?
Listen,
And
I slid into DMs, man.
yeah, there you go.
I really literally did. I slid in the DMs for a lot of the companies that I'm working with. I said, listen, I sent photos of the gear that I'm using.
Nice,
I
nice.
did the research on LinkedIn and found who was head of partnerships, head of brand relations, head of content, all whatever the title is.
Mm-hmm.
Found that person, sent them an in-mail through
Mm-hmm.
LinkedIn.
Yep.
You don't have to have the premium to do that. I think you get like 5 or so if you don't have premium. But if you have
Mm-hmm.
premium, then you can send unlimited. But take advantage of that. Find those people. Either send a message through LinkedIn or Instagram. Hit them up on Twitter. Again, a lot of folks are watching Twitter.
Yep.
So even though there's a lot of noise there, if you're really targeted about the messages that you're sending, if I send a message directly to Rob Balasabas
Mm.
asking about creation, asking about use, asking about something specific, he's
Yeah.
going to see it,
Yeah.
and it's on him to respond. That
That's
that,
right.
that kind of thing. So that's really literally what I did. I slid into the DMs, man.
That's it. That's it. That's the way to go. That's the way to go. And I
Use
get
that as the the
slide into
highlight,
the
the micro
DMs.
content. James is sliding in the DMs. Oh my gosh,
Oh my
what are we
gosh.
doing here, dude? I'm never gonna get invited back. He's never gonna invite me back.
No way, man. No, recurring guest all of a sudden. Yeah, we're just talking about DMs and sliding into it. No, this is good. Yeah, so sliding into the DMs, that's awesome. I think that's really fantastic. I've also, you know what worked for me, James, in the early days?
Mm.
The saying of like act as if. So I would say like, hey, the beginning of this video, I didn't have any sponsors. Be like, hey guys, huge thank you to Ecamm for really supporting this channel.
Mm.
Let's get into this tutorial. We're gonna talk about this so and so, whatever whatever the video was. But it was
Yeah.
it was sort of putting a placeholder in the content that was sort of like this space is for rent. So then people then recognize that like, hey, cool, like Rob is open because you don't really know. Like a lot of brands, like for me, my day job, as you guys all know, hopefully here in this channel, is that I'm a head of partnerships, and so I'm like constantly looking around for like sponsorships and creators to sponsor. A lot of creators are not open to sponsorships actually. Like they're like, I sponsor my own content. So for you can say
Yeah.
like, no, actually I don't take sponsors because my merch line is my sponsor, right? So rather than like plugging Uscreen or Ecamm, you plug your own stuff, your own products before in the beginning of your videos. So
I don't
putting
know.
that there.
I kind of agree with that, and I kind of don't. Right. I think
Yeah,
that a
yeah,
lot
yeah.
of times when folks will do that, they're cutting off huge opportunities.
Totally.
It doesn't always have to be financial, but just the relationship, just the networking
Yes.
piece right there, just having conversation. I'm rocking you screen gear right now.
I
Listen,
love it.
come on,
I
right? I mean,
love it.
just being able to have conversations and relationships
Yeah.
and build that network,
Mm-hmm.
that's huge.
I love
And
that.
if you cut yourself off and say, no, I'm only going to do my stuff,
Mm.
and and you guys go do whatever you're going to do somewhere else, that could be detrimental in the long term. In
Totally.
my humble opinion, my perspective. So
No, I
try to be
agree.
friendly with as many people as you can.
I
Um,
agree. I 100% agree. I think you should. Like, I think you can promote your own products and all. That's all good too. But you should connect with all
yeah,
of these people, other creators, and the brands that support them. All right, let's talk about coaching,
yeah.
coaching and
Coaching
consulting.
is where it's at.
Yeah.
and
Because
and
you,
coaching and consulting for me is huge, and as opposed to, so I've got a line in the sand as well too. I don't know if you want
okay,
to go
okay,
there, but
yeah.
I'm not the master class guy.
Right,
I'm not the webinar necessarily kind of
right,
guy.
right,
I will do premium content and charge folks, right, to come to have more of an intimate conversation, kind of
for
more
sure.
of a 201, 301 deeper level session. But
Mm-hmm.
I'm really locked in on the one-to-one. Hey
Mm-hmm.
Rob, what do you need? Book time on the calendar, right? If you
Mm-hmm.
book a consulting engagement, and I make it incredibly attractive in terms
Mm.
of being able to access, right? So
Yeah.
I'm not, the numbers that I'm asking for an hour of your time are really affordable. And again, we're going
Very.
to spend an hour of time talking
Mm-hmm.
about whatever the case may be. You're going to tell me what the parameters are ahead of time, and we're going to get to work.
Yeah.
So That's really where I thrive in terms of providing value to folks, consulting on technology needs, consulting on studio needs, on
Hmm.
gear, hardware, software, all those things around that piece, around entrepreneurship, around digital creation, and being a solopreneur. So
Solopreneur. Yeah, I love it. I love it. And you make it really easy. So, guys, again, I'm showing this, and this will be in the show notes anyway. If you want to check this out, all of James's links will be there because I would love for you guys to see this. This is a really good example of how you build multiple revenue streams. So, you go to jameshicks.link. And James, I'm assuming this is your link in bio on Instagram and like everywhere, right? This is how people would
everywhere,
end up here. Yeah.
that's the one right there. Yes.
Yeah, perfect. So it's got all the short links, obviously, all the icons to Instagram and all your social platforms. But then as you scroll down, you can. It's kind of like a menu. Do I want to meet with James for 20 minutes? Do I want to meet him for 45 minutes? Do I want to do tech consulting? Do I want to just consult on anything around being a professional creator? um, and then you just book which one, and then you go and put your name and your PayPal, and away you go. You're. I'm assuming from this
Oh yeah, I
after
take.
this you get to the calendar, right? You pick a time.
Listen, I take PayPal, Stripe, I take Mastercard, Visa.
Yeah, exactly. You make it
I
very
take
easy.
coffee gift cards as well. I can
There
be
you go.
bribed with Pete's Coffee gift card. So,
Perfect.
but yeah, you're right. You're right.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
integrates directly into my calendaring, my scheduling application. So I
Yes.
love that flexibility, and this really is. I hate to say another name, right? This is a link tree on steroids
Right.
because
Right.
it's graphical and it shows everything. As you continue to scroll down, you'll see again also links directly to
Oh, there
my
you go.
last
Yeah.
sessions, links directly to the merch store.
Buy
All
coffee.
the things are right there.
It's all
That one,
here,
that link right there at the bottom is the media kit. So it
and you get to
shows
the media kit.
James Hicks link is the one location to go get every single. Instead of me trying to send folks to all these different locations, just go to
Yes.
jameshicks.link. You've got access to all the information right there.
That's so good. Yeah. If I'm a brand, I'm like, hey, can we do a Instagram story? Okay, perfect.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's all here. Wow, that's really good. James, repeat again, sir. What was the platform that you're using for the link?
That was yeah,
Beacon,
that's
Beacon,
beacons.ai. Beacons.ai.
beacons.ai.
They are based out of San Francisco, and they are 100% locked in on the creator economy and providing tools, especially for those that have kind of elevated to the business side, right?
Yeah.
Because there are tools in there for payroll, there are tools in there for taxes, tools in there for time tracking and things of that nature, and it's pretty much a one-stop shop for that information for creators who again have turned it into a business as opposed to just a hobby. Still use it
Right.
if it's just a hobby for you, but again, there's some additional functionality integrated into beacons.ai that really resonate with what it is that we're doing.
I love
Yeah,
that.
email marketing, all that stuff. Yeah, this is just where it's at, man.
This is all you need. I mean, everything you would need, invoicing, pricing
Done.
calculator, like everything is all here. W-9 generator, even. Like, you guys may
Yeah,
not
I'm telling you,
think
man.
that that's a huge thing if you're doing sponsorships. Brands will ask you for your
All
W-9.
right, hold on. See, we can't be giving out all the secrets, though. Remember, you're taking me out somewhat out of a job if we give all these gems away. But yeah, just check it out. But still call me.
Yeah,
I'll give
still
you the
call.
Balasabas
Yes,
deal.
yes, absolutely. You know
Man,
what? That's the funny. That's actually funny that you bring that up. That is. I still feel like you can give everybody. I go to. I mean, me and you, we both go to these conferences, right? And
yeah, yeah.
people will sit in on the sessions. I don't know about you, James, but I don't go to the sessions anymore. I go to conferences because for the networking. I'm just hanging out in the
That's exactly
hallways.
right.
I know you are too. I see you there too in the hallways.
That's it.
Um,
I'm heckling in the back of the room, or I'm
the back
I'm eating the food in the food line and trying to find the cool kids. Right.
Yeah, that's
That's it,
right.
man.
That's right.
That's what it's all about. If I'm a fly to Dallas, Texas for podcast movement,
Yeah,
I know a good amount of information. I know everything, and
yeah.
I think that's again why we have our networks. But I'm there to see Rob. I'm there to see Katie. I'm there to
Katie,
see
yeah.
people that I haven't seen since the world stopped.
That's
Again, right
right.
since
That's right.
the pandemic era. So let's have those conversations and actually let's plan out business. Let's
Yeah,
plan out
yeah,
next steps. How we can
yeah.
engage and interact moving forward. That's the value.
That's
That's
it.
the trip. That's worth the trip right there.
That's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. And I'm saying that because I see a lot of people going to the conferences and they're learning. They're sitting through the sessions and stuff, which is all good. I mean, really good sessions, right? For the most part. But then they go back and they don't apply it. And I think that's why.
Yes.
I think that's where this coaching and stuff. If and this is just kind of me thinking out loud, but I think this is like the coach is not really. Yes, he's teaching. I think he or she is teaching, but it's more of somebody. I just want to be accountable to somebody. Like when you hire somebody that's like,
Good point. Exactly.
I want a personal trainer or whatever, to get you in shape. It's not like you don't know the exercises. You know the exercises you need to do. For most people, but they want somebody that they can hold them accountable. And I think that's sort of like, I don't know how you see it with the coaching that you're doing, consultations you're doing, but I feel like that's more what people are really, the value that people are paying for. It's not the information, it's the accountability.
Yeah. That's what resonates, right? Because again, if you've already made that step to look for someone to assist you to get to the next step, you're already motivated, right? Because I was even saying the other night, I can't motivate you. I really feel that you've got to have that innate within yourself already. And if you're ready to take that next step, if you want to work with someone who has tripped, fallen, gotten back up, and can help you avoid some of these potholes, that's when you work with a consultant. That's when you work with a coach. That's when you work with someone who is probably only 10 steps down the road further than you, right? But can help you get to those steps, to that location a little bit easier, a little less stress, and probably with more of a positive outlook about this entire journey. Because it can be burdensome. It can be stressful. There could be a lot of anxiety. Again, and especially folks coming maybe from a corporate world and stepping out and saying, I want to do me. I want to do my thing now. I finally want to be an entrepreneur and I want to own my own business. I want to own my own plot of the internet, whatever.
Yeah.
That's a scary thing, right? And a lot of folks have done it. A lot of folks have also failed.
Right.
But a lot of folks have actually, again, tripped, fallen, but gotten back up and are willing to help the next person as they're looking to do that. And I and you are two of those people that are in that boat.
I think so. Yeah. Oh, 100%. I see you as one of those people. I mean, I think you're out here, you're sharing your knowledge, you're helping people up and, encouraging them and teaching them the ways. So I think you're definitely one of those. So, I mean, this is, I love what you have built here, multiple revenue streams. What is next? Like, what do you think of as you build these? Are you constantly, let us into your mind a little bit, James. Like, do you constantly look around? What is the next opportunity? Or do you let me make these work? Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I tell you what's next, and I haven't told many people this at all. So in a couple of weeks, I'll be in San Diego.
Oh, here you go.
For a trip, walking around, looking at locations and things of that nature. My goal that I'm speaking into existence for 2023. I've got a number of different types of sessions, perspectives and focus, Team No Sleep, the digital collective, things like that. My plan is to actually take those from virtual to being in person. So
nice.
Think very TEDx-like, right? Taking Team No Sleep, the social impact of sport, to a junior college in San Diego, and having the students and the student athletes talking about the conversation, talking about the subject matter. That's the next pivot that I'm looking at doing. And again, speaking that into existence for this particular year. And that's really where it starts to dramatically shift as well, right? Because then again, we're bringing in different brands, bringing in some sponsors, bringing in all this other stuff for engagement and interaction and growth and information. So that's this year.
That's exciting, sir. Yeah.
Wish me luck, man. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Wish me luck. There's not enough coffee in the world, but we're that's where we're going. Yeah.
That's exciting. I think that's a great natural evolution of the Team No Sleep and like that community you're building online, and especially in the sports space. Like, that'd be so cool to see. And I'm sure you're gonna take footage of it and then turn that into digital content. And then here we go again for the next event,
Already on the Notion board.
Yeah, there you go.
Already planned out, right? It's already planned out in Notion right now.
You already got the automations in Notion,
It's terrible.
When this is done, this is next. Guy. Yeah.
I am that guy, yeah.
You're that guy. Yeah, no, this is great. James, what, around your business, what keeps you up at night? Is there anything that you worry about? Is there anything that you think about that worries you that you feel is out of your control? Like
Yeah.
what keeps you up at night there?
That's a really, really good question. And early on, there was a lot that kept me up at night, and it
Mm,
essentially was everything, right? Everything to including things that were out of my control. Is the internet going down?
mm,
Is just stuff that again I could not even fathom of how to control it. So I
mm,
think progressing, getting a little bit older, a little more seasoned, so I've said that,
mm,
understand that I can't boil the ocean.
mm.
Understand that I can only control the controllables. And as long as I stay locked in and focused on the community and what the community wants,
Mm.
8 times out of 10, that's going to resonate with the business as well and make things profitable. So, what keeps me up at night now really is ensuring that I'm staying above the noise.
Mm.
Because again, I love the commoditization of the internet. I love the commoditization of digital media, of social media, and the fact that everyone has access and everyone can go out there with their camera phone and shoot 4K 60
Everyone. Yep.
and do something. I love that piece, but there's so much of it. And this swipe left, swipe right, 30 seconds attention span that a lot of folks have
That's
looking
right.
at various social media platforms. If I don't catch that attention in that time frame, there's a good possibility that we lose them. So
Yeah.
staying fresh, making sure that the content is on point, is right, resonates, making sure that the look, the feel, the brand, all of that stuff, not being complacent in what worked last month,
Mm.
evolving and continuing to make it even better, 1% better each
Right.
time. So
Right.
that's what keeps me up at night. The content comes right. So that piece, live streams, audio, audiograms, audio podcasts, that stuff right there, that's flowing in. That's not even a problem.
That's
But just
easy.
making sure that the business stays relevant in the eyes of the folks that have actually subscribed, become members, and decided they want to sponsor and work with the company. That's what keeps
Mm.
me up.
Got it. Got it. So it's not the content creation. It's the engagement. If I'm trying to read that correctly and sum it up, it's keeping relevant and keeping the people that you have attracted, that have been attracted to your content and to you and your voice, your message, engaged.
Yeah,
Um,
I mean, because if you've
and
already invested in the company, right? You
yes,
you either
yes, yes.
subscribe, become a member, so
Right.
you already resonate with the message. So I need to
Right.
make sure that you, Rob, will
You
say
deliver.
this stuff is still good. I want to actually tell someone else in my network that hey,
Right.
come
Right.
check out
Right.
what Hicks New Media is doing. So as long as
That's
I'm
right.
rising above the noise, getting that much better each and every time that we turn these lights on, press record, and
Right.
and open up this microphone, that is always front of mind, making sure that it's high level quality in terms of audio, video, appearance, and
Mm.
branding, and all of that stuff. So those intricacies behind the scenes, because
Mm.
everything else we can take care of, right?
Gotcha.
We got SOPs in place. We got
Right.
all these processes. We got, like
Systems.
I said, we got systems, Notion board. We got
Right.
all
Right.
that
Right.
stuff.
If you
That's done.
don't, call up
Yeah,
Evie Hyman
you
will
know.
hook you up.
Well, yeah. See, I'm about to say ClickUp if we're talking about EV. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, bleep this part out if she's listening. Oh my
Yeah,
gosh,
that's
yeah,
right.
if she finds out that I'm no longer using ClickUp, and
Oh
okay,
no, no, no! You get
don't get
text
me in trouble.
messages. You get
Don't get me in
some
trouble,
some angry text messages.
man.
No, this is really good. Yeah, no, I appreciate this. I appreciate your time, Mr. James Hicks. What can you leave with some type of either something motivational or just something that you've learned, some insight for the creators that are tuned into my podcast, and
Yeah,
to give you an idea of what they are. Again, I'm sort of very generalizing here, but these are creators that have already learned how to create content. Now it's just a matter of turning it into becoming professional content creators, becoming like you, where this is something that is a sustainable, significant revenue stream that they can say, all right, I'm ready to dive in and go full in head first. Yeah. So what's some words of wisdom there that you can part us with?
yeah. I think I alluded to it already, and one thing in particular that I will say is again, understand what it is you're looking to accomplish as a business, who you're looking to serve. I've continued to say community a lot, right? And I'm locked in. I'm you see it on my screen right here for the folks that are watching. I'm focused, right? I'm focused on the community to make sure that every single thing that James Hicks New Media puts out resonates with the community. But also, I know that I can't boil the ocean. I can't do and be the end all to be all for everything. So if it's not within my realm of focus, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to spend the cycles trying to do a whole bunch of different things that don't match directly with the framework and the mission of the company and of the brand. There's a lot of opportunity out there. There are fortunately, there are a lot of times where I and we have had to say no to opportunities, right? And because again, they don't resonate with what the brand, what the mission, and the goal of the company is. So realize that you can't boil the ocean. Be locked in on whom you're trying to serve and what it is you're trying to do for those people that you serve. Everything else will evolve and come into fruition some kind of way, some kind of how, eventually. The challenge is that, again, a lot of folks want it to happen tomorrow. Now, here's my sports analogy: Joel Embiid, respect the process. There you go.
That's it.
Respect the process, because
Respect the process.
this is a marathon, man. And if you're not built for this marathon,
Yeah.
it,
Yeah.
it might take you down, right? So
Yeah. That's right.
mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, all those things come into play again when you're a business owner, when you're an entrepreneur. So there you
I
go.
love it.
Respect
I
the
love it.
process.
Mr. James Hicks, the professor.
Listen, man. Once in a while.
Once in a while. No, I love
Only
it. I
on
love it.
Fridays I come with hard hitting. Oh,
I always tell my wife, even a broken clock is right twice a day, right?
there it is, man.
That's it. Hey, Mr. James Hicks, thank you so much for your time. Honestly, thank you so much. Thank you for everything that you do out here in the community. I think, man, with your live streams and content and, just being generous with your time as well. For my audience, my community here, appreciate it. If you guys want to make sure you connect with Mr. James Hicks, I'll have all the links to all the things we talked about that he's got set up here in the show notes. And make sure you go check his channel out. Our episode is on there as well. And you just, how often are you going live? Every week? Every week, right? Multiple times a week almost.
Yeah. So we want to get into that conversation.
Yeah. Multiple times
a week.
Yeah.
Yesterday had 3 sessions yesterday. So but it's quite a bit. But
There you go. So yeah, you can always catch him. So make sure you do that. And James, thank you for your time, man. Hopefully I'll see you in person at some point this year. Somewhere.
yes, sir. Definitely.
Yeah,
We
we'll
will.
make it happen.
Appreciate you again, man.
Make it happen. All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, brother.